My father was very, very against me coming into films. I wasn't necessarily a good dancer. I grew up with a very, very bad stutter.
चंदू के चाचा ने चंदू की चाची को चांदनी चौक में चांदी की चम्मच से चटनी चटाई.
I did my first song with Farah Khan in Kahuna Pyar Hai. I wasn't necessarily a good dancer. And Farah took me aside and she talked to me about, hey, you should practice, it's important to be able to dance. Yaaki Kashti mein was the song, there was a yacht. It's not a very big, like a cruise liner. My room was really tiny. It was like 6 by 6 or something. So I was on top of the bed looking at myself and I was rehearsing the steps. And I rehearsed almost all night. And finally, when I felt I had it, I lay down and I went to sleep. And then I woke up again in the middle and tried it again. It was still there. Then I went back to sleep again. The next day, to my surprise and to everyone's surprise, I got the steps right. And I was like, oh. And something went off in my head and I said, practice. It was so simple. My father was very, very against me coming into films because of the struggle that he had to go through. He was an actor and a producer for 20 years and he struggled very hard for 20 years and he did not want me to go through it. I have seen my father struggle. I have seen him break down. I have seen him, expressing his fear about not having enough money to survive. I have seen him put his home and his cars on mortgage to make his next film. And then I've seen the victories come along his way also. I wanted to prove to myself, especially because I grew up with a very, very bad stutter.
Yes.
And it was my one chance to, look and feel normal. If I could just say my dialogues on screen like a normal human being, that was something that there was a hunger inside me and I really wanted to be that.
दुनिया में किसी आदमी को छोटा मत समझिए सर.
How did you deal with a sudden success, especially that you'd been around,
Yeah, I don't think I dealt with it very well. It constantly put me in a state of anxiety and I just knew that this is not the truth. There was too much. It was too much. It was too much. It was too soon and I couldn't understand it. I was given more than I deserve. It's like, I worked for 50 rupees and somebody gave me 100 and I knew that they were going to come back for the 50 that they gave me, which I did not deserve.